is doing. We'll see more of his riders in later races. But now, all eyes on Cano, Borg and Bujosa at the front of the race as the revs rise. A cacophony of sound here in Estoril with the engine. It's a brilliant start from the line from Cano. Not so great for Borg as Bujosa slips into second position. But Cano, that is perfection in Portugal for the start of race one. Lights out. Indeed, here comes Bujosa. He's going to try a little move up the inside. It's maybe not so perfect for Cano. Brilliant from Bujosa. Dream start for the young Spaniard, Connor.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful from Bujosa. He really took advantage of that. And we've got a rider down here as well. It's the number 42 who's crashed out as well. That's so unfortunate. What a start there. We're looking down to see exactly what happened there.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Julius Frelsen, one of the MLAV riders, is out. I'm not sure who. I think it was with Anton Nativi was the other rider he collided with. We'll have to take a look. But focusing back on the front of the race, the number 69 of Fernando Bujosa, AC Racing Team. He's already opened up a near 1/10 as Ramadipa has a little look up the inside coming into the S section, but doesn't quite get there on Travis Borg.
Yeah, Borg, Ramadipa, Longarella, this group behind the leading two are really going to have to try and keep up as they set the pace. We've seen from Cano before that he doesn't need to be leading a race to win it, not at this stage. I mean, from the back of the grid, he can still get to P6, but here we do have a crash. It's Antoine Nativi who's gone down, and that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I think Nativi was caught up in that opening corner incident. It looks like he may have had to remount. We'll get a proper look at it here as we see Bujosa at the front moves into the lead, but we're looking towards the back of the pack here, and just two riders colliding of Nativi and Julius Frelsen. Very unfortunate for the duo. It's hard to see now who's at fault there or what.
Someone
actually
seems to have lost something as well.
Back of the picture. But let's focus back on the victory fight here. Bujosa with a lead now out to 0.3 of a second over the pre-race favourite Carlos Cano. Then it's Travis Borg and Kianja Ramadipa. Alvaro Lucas there on the CF Moto machine, having a little look up the inside of the number 45, Alex Longarella, but not quite close enough just yet. And then it is Eduardo Gutierrez in 7th. Matias Tamburini, Remy George San Juan and Christian Borelli are your top 10 for the moment. However, you would have to say that San Juan and Tamburini are just a little bit off the pace as of yet. There's what, about a second between 7th and 8th position at the moment. So, victory fight sees Bujosa versus Cano, 1 second between them as well. Bujosa is very much pulling the pin here, but of course we do have another 14 laps remaining, 13 and a half laps perhaps, better said. So Connor, who's your money on here in the early stages?
Oh, well, you know me, I'm not a betting man, but it's impossible to say. Just another look there at what happened.
Yeah, that's Nativi who's crashing. Oh, it's David da Costa, excuse me. Yeah, so it's both Nativi and da Costa in trouble in the opening stages here. Nativi has indeed rejoined and still running in the race, the number 9, but it's David da Costa, the other French rider, and wow, he looks in quite a bit of pain, so let's hope it's just precautionary, taking his time, and he's a little bit winded, and it's nothing too major.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I mean, that's the most important thing.
We have a rider hanging off there. It's Alvaro Lucas, who was hanging off his bike, and he's clearly lost some drive coming out of the final corner. Parabolica Ayrton Senna, and now he's in a drag race to hold on to 6th position against Eduardo Gutierrez, or indeed Alex Longarella, I should say. So up front we see Bujosa still leading ahead of Cano. We're watching the battle for 3rd right now. Ramadipa has moved in 3rd position at the expense of Travis Borg, with Longarella, Gutierrez and Lucas following behind.
Yeah, absolutely sensational from Bujosa there. Longarella also doing very well. New best race lap there at 2:02.006. Absolutely fantastic from Longarella. He had been putting best sector times in Sector 2. So it'll be interesting to see exactly where he's making up all this time, but looking very, very strong. He's only got a few rides ahead of him. He's still very much in podium contention here in Estoril.
Yeah, a long way to go in this one yet. Uncharacteristically non-AT here to settle for the points than pushing for the win, showing a little bit of maturity, but with 13 laps to go, just over 12 laps to go I should say, as they come around the Parabolica Ayrton Senna. we lose another rider. Matthias Rostani is now out of this race. So that is the 5th rider by my count that has crashed today.
Yeah, he's gone down at turn 7. Let's take another look at that then. Ooh.
Yeah, that just snapped back on him. Rostani, nothing but a passenger there. Well, thankfully he is okay. He's looking around for answers, wondering what happened there.
I mean, it's just the frustration, isn't it?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just the conditions can snap. That's what we're saying. Why Cano perhaps just taking a little bit easier today. Doesn't want to overly push it, take too many risks. As we have a little bit of movement between Ramadipa and he's out of the seat momentarily, the number 32 Ramadipa. But Travis Borg's slide continues down. He's now riding in 5th place. So here we see Cano, the number 45 of Alex Longarella, sitting in 3rd position. Kiandra Ramadipa in 4th, Travis Borg in 5th, and all the way out in front, it's Fernando Bujosa. Bujosa then has not won a race in the European Talent Cup as of yet. We did mention earlier he has one podium that came here last year in 2024. So he does like Estoril, and he's about to love it a whole lot more if he can maintain this lead. Now Cano's got some problems coming from behind. Longarella eyeing a move up the inside as we come through 3rd sector. Will Longarella be close enough to chance anything? He won't do it here. He won't. Will he have it here at the reverse corkscrew? Not quite close enough.
To make it stick just there, but this is fantastic from Longarella. He's really putting the pressure on Cano, and it's very rare for us at this level to see Cano having to defend. He's usually so aggressive. He's attacking. And what you were saying earlier about the way he might be approaching this, because he doesn't necessarily need to win here. He just needs to make sure he stays on that bike, finishes the race, gets the points he needs to keep going. Well, maybe that's exactly what Emilio Altamoris has been telling him. You need to be more mature, you need to take it race by race. And if Cano doesn't push when he doesn't need to, well, that could work in his favour and mean that he finishes every race this season.
Yeah, consistency is key, and we've seen that across all levels in recent years of just riders. Sometimes they need to settle and take the points. Cano, he's riding in 2nd position. By no means is this a bad result, with another race to come and a lot more points on offer across the course of the season in 2025 as turn 8 sees Jonata Barabagallo go down. We'll take a look at that shortly. But looking back towards Cano, as you said, yeah, consistency is key, and this is probably what most of the top teams on the World Championship stage will be looking for. As we have a little look at what went wrong for Barabagallo. Oh, he does the splits upon landing there. That is a nasty, nasty crash. It's not going to feel
nice, is it at all?
No, I can feel that one up here in the commentary box. So, back out front. Hopefully Barabagallo is unscathed from that one, and it just looks worse than it is. Here we go then. Alex Longarella sees his opportunity to move into 2nd position, and he duly obliges. Cano moves into 3rd, drops into 3rd at the expense of his compatriot Alex Longarella, the Snipers IGAX team rider, putting on a display here. Again, his best result in the ETC came here in Estoril P4 last season. It's about to get a whole lot better for Longarella, who's now on for a maiden European Talent Cup podium. So we could have a maiden winner, a maiden podium finisher, and a world champion in 3rd. However, I would say Cano needs to just have a little bit, if he is having a cautious race and settling for the point, he won't want to fall too far down the pecking order, particularly with Kiandra Ramadipa and Travis Borg applying the pressure behind them. Let's just take a little look at the timing screens as they come across. So Bujosa, he's out to 4-second lead. He's in the country mile. He has cleared off, and this is now his race to lose. And what? 10 laps remaining. So Bujosa records a 2:01.107 last lap. It's a 3:62 this time. Fastest rider that time around was Bujosa at 3:62. Only 2 riders in the 2:01s. Longarella, the other one, he's in the high 2:01s, 8:64. Cano at 2:02.333. Just watching the times behind him, Borg and Gutierrez are matching that pace. Ramadipa has actually dropped into 6th position. I've missed that one, but yeah, so the fastest 3 riders on track are the top 3 in the standings. Cano, Borg, Gutierrez, Ramadipa, all going in and around the same time. Ramadipa, though, did have a mistake last time around. He's got a 2:07.653.
Yeah, mistake's going to be what proves costly here for any rider, whether it's Bujosa, whether it's Longarella, or whether it's Cano in third. Travis Borg's been really impressive as well. Let's not forget about him. I mean, he finished, what was it, P16 last time we were here at the end of last season in 2024. This time around, he's already running in fourth. I mean, the podium's not too far away for him, so absolutely fantastic work from the Grid MLAV Racing team as we look at this battle for second, which is proving absolutely incredible. Such a battle between these two. Carlos Cano is really struggling against Alex Longarella's aggression, I think is the word, despite the conditions.
Yeah, long way to still go in this one. You don't want to overdo it in the early stages. As we're keeping an eye on the number 46 of Alvaro Lucas, who has dropped down the pecking order. Let's see if we're going to get a look at what happened here. He just runs it wide. Well, in that mid-pack battle around 7th, 8th for some decent point scoring positions for the rookie, but that's unfortunate. So, back out front then, Bujosa in a world of his own. He's about to set a 2:01.663 as he crosses the start finish line once again. He's maintaining a brilliant 2:01 pace. Just behind him though, Longarella and Cano slightly quicker, and Cano now has an opportunity to move back into second place. And indeed he does. It's off screen as we keep seeing the mid-pack battle coming through here. The number 7 of Christian Borelli leading this one. Remy San Juan in 8th, Matias Tamburini, Mikey Lou Sanchez. Brilliant stuff from Mikey Lou Sanchez, the American Endeavour rider. He came through the last chance race and started at the back of the grid. And now look at him inside the top 10. So he's on for good points upon debut. Well, not quite debut, but debut with the Endeavour Racing team, I should say.
Absolutely, and we just saw there as well that Eduardo Gutierrez did overtake Travis Borg, who's now dropped down to 5th. That'll be frustrating for him, but very, very good from Gutierrez.
Yeah, as we can see then, Cano has retaken second place ahead of Alex Longarella, and that is the battle for 4th position here. Eduardo Gutierrez and Travis Borg, the duo here battling for good point scoring positions, two rookies in their, well, of course, a season as a full-time rider in the European Talent Cup grid for the Grid MLAV team. Here we go then. Where did Cano make the move happen? Down the front straight, of course. 1 kilometer slipstream here is going to be absolutely pivotal. Brilliant stuff. Takes it up on the right hand side, pins a move just into turn 1. Cano back into second place, and in fact he's actually opened up a little bit of a gap now over Longarella. So the UAX 72 Artbox rider is back in P2, 20 points on the offering for him. 9 laps to go. He's 3.7 seconds behind Fernando Bujosa. Perhaps just too late. I think Bujosa has managed to open up a significant gap, but this is the beauty of the European Talent Cup, Connor. You just never know what's going to happen.
No, that was absolutely incredible from Carlos Cano. I mean, 2 minutes 7.47 there. I mean, that's absolutely sensational. That's so much faster than anywhere else we've seen so far. Maybe he's just decided, right, that's it. I'm clicking and I'm going. He's got a lot of ground to make up, but I mean, that gap was so visible immediately between Longarella and Carlos Cano. So maybe Cano's decided, right, well, now's time.
Yeah, what do we know, eh? Saying he's going to take it nice and easy. Maybe he was just timing his move. As conditions do seem to be drying up, I'm looking outside the commentary box here. I can see dry lines appearing across the track on the front straight. So perhaps he's taking advantage of that. A 2-minute flat, 0.747 from Carlos Cano. By far the fastest lap we have seen today. Let's keep a gap. Let's keep an eye on the gap then between Cano and Bujosa. It was over 4 seconds at one point. It's 3.7 now. So with what, 7.5 laps to go, can Cano reel in your race leader? Bujosa then out front. He's got the number 26 of Alberto Enriquez here as well, who looks to be just cruising around and looking for pit lane on an outlap, but smartly getting out of the way of the race leader and the riders, having a little look over the shoulder to see where the riders are behind him as he takes the wider line to allow everyone through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's doing what he needs to be doing there. I mean, it'll be very frustrating for him at the back of this race, but the pace has just been incredible given the conditions from Bujosa, from Cano, from Longarella, who've all been setting incredible times. Cano now setting the fastest lap. I mean, that gap is coming down. He's got just under 8 laps to do it in. Whether it's possible or not, I'm not going to rule out Carlos Cano ever, I think.
He is such a wonderful talent and a joy to watch. So let's see what he's setting this time around as he comes across the start-finish line. Bojosa finds a flat 2, but Cano goes even quicker yet, a 2 minutes flat, 0.390. So what did he have there? About 0.2, a tenth and a half over Bojosa. He will need to find a little bit more, but it's a new best race lap from Cano. But can he catch Bojosa? The gap is down to 3.2 seconds, Connor.
Yeah, but
sound the Jaws music.
I think we're still too far away to sound the Jaws music, Chris, but the difference between these 2 lap times is marginal. I mean, it's such a small gap. I mean, such talent on display here, such incredible laps being put together by both Bojosa and Cano, and now we can see them both in the same shot there. And
taking
who's
another
not far
10th
behind,
out of him.
eh? Alex Longarella.
Yeah, as we wax lyrical about Cano, Alex Longarella has found some brilliant pace here at the midway stage of the European Talent Cup race here in Estoril, the opening of the day. A 2-minute flat as well. The only 3 riders to hit a flat 2 minutes are the top 3. 0.497 for Longarella, so not quite as quick as Connor points out, and he is the fastest rider on track on this lap. As we see Mateo Marulanda, the Colombian, piss. So, not the ideal outing for race 1 from Marulanda, but we will see him later in the day, the Estrella Galicia 0-0 rider. But all eyes on the battle for the top 3. Longarella, by far the fastest rider on track at 23.8 in Sector 1, at 29.6 in Sector 2, 27.8 in Sector 3. Neither Bojosa or Cano have got that pace, so let's see what he sets around Sector 4 and what the difference is between him and Cano. Currently stands at about 0.6 of a second. Will he bring it in a little bit closer? We'll tell you momentarily.
I think it'll have to be what you mentioned earlier, because with everything just drying off, because Longarella had been fantastic through sectors 1 and 2.
A 159.3 from Longarella. Now the pace is very much heating up here. We're lapping 4 seconds quicker per lap since the start of the race. A new best race lap, and as you can see here, Longarella is now hunting Carlos Cano.
Now we can have it. Now we can have that music.
Sound the Jaws music, we said, for Carlos Cano, but now it's for Alex Longarella.
He
is hunting down that first ever podium. He's in P3, but will he make it even better? Doubly as sweet and get to that P2. He's got he is swarming all over the rear tyre of Carlos Cano. Where will this move come, Connor?
Well, you'd have to say it could come at corner 6 coming up. I mean, he's lining it up. Whether he's able to do it, I mean, is he going to be able to make it? He's just a bit too far off there, and Cano, obviously a very talented rider who's learned his trade defensively as well as offensively, and he's just managed to hold him off there for the time being, but it feels a bit like a matter of time now.
Yeah, for sure. So we're focused on the battle for second place between Cano and Longarella, but it must be said, both riders were into the 159s last time round. Carlos Cano in the high 159s, Longarella in the low 159s. But Bojosa still hasn't broken into the 159s just yet, so it'll be interesting to see. Oh, well, that's very disappointing for Mikey Lou Sanchez. Having come through the last chance race, he was battling inside the top 10 from the back of the grid. A great opportunity for some points. So keep an eye on him here, and that just snaps under him early. He did not know much about that, unfortunately.
No, very unfortunate. And I would have kind of thought as well that maybe coming through the last chance race could provide a bit of extra experience over those opening laps that you get to do, but it just hasn't worked out for him today. He's got another chance though, and that's what we need to be focusing on. Yeah,
a reminder that this is a wet race, but the conditions are drying, so that is going to be playing some havoc on the riders. We've already seen, I think, 6-7 riders go down, and with 5 laps remaining. So let's take a look here. We look at Keandra Ramadipa, Travis Borg and Eduardo Gutierrez in the battle for 4th position. It is Ramadipa who holds the advantage, the ATC graduate. Travis Borg started on the front row, but it looks like he won't be close enough to make any move. With Edu Gutierrez just hanging there. Borg looks to have just run slightly wide there, but no issues at all. Now, back out front, Connor, if you can see Fernando Bujosa and Carlos Cano's name on the timing screen, the gap is down to 2.5 seconds. Scratch that.
Scratch that.
2.2 seconds. They are gaining. Bujosa did break into.
Far from done, Chris, and the battle for third is also, well, it's going to be difficult for Ramadipa and Borg and Gutierrez to catch up, but
Cano is down. Cano is down. Well, he was just pushing the front end of that too much, wasn't he, Connor? He was setting a brilliant pace in these tricky conditions, and we were waxing lyrical about him, about his racecraft and settling in for the points. It looks like now he is going to go home from this one empty-handed. Well, from race one, the pole sitter is down and out.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate for Carlos Cano. He just tries to get that bike away from the asphalt there and the race. I mean, he'd been bringing that gap down so quickly over the last couple of laps, and maybe just pushed it too hard, and that's what's seen him hit the gravel.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what knock-on effect this has. Bujosa, of course, behind him won't know what happened. Alex Longarella, of course, will Longarella, well, he said a 1:59.204 last time around. Will he just ease off the pace ever so slightly? There's 2.6 seconds between him and the race leader, Bujosa, as we take a look at what happened to Cano here. And again, just falling victim to the conditions there. Losing the rear, and it whips around on him, and again, helpless. He up quickly, and thankfully looks okay. But not the ideal situation. He's down and out of race one, the reigning European Talent Cup champion. So what that means, Bujosa now holds a 2.2 second advantage over Alex Longarella. Longarella chasing a first podium. Will he continue his pursuit of Bujosa with 4 laps to go? It might just be a little bit out of reach with time running out. And then behind, what that means is a new battle for third position unfolds. Travis Borg, Keandro Ramadipa and Eduardo Gutierrez are all close on pack, but it is MLab Racing's Travis Borg who currently rides in third position.
Yeah, Borg was trailing Ramadipa for a lap or two there, and he just was waiting to make his move, and he's made it really just while Cano's gone down, so we haven't been able to see it. I don't know if we could be able to see a replay of that, but Borg was doing so well right on the back of Ramadipa's bike, and he's timed his move perfectly, because now that moves him into P3 and to a position on the rostrum if things stay as they are.
Yeah, long way to go yet though in that battle for P3. We've got Borg, Ramadipa and Gutierrez all involved. Gutierrez looks to have fallen off the pace though of the front two in that battle. So it's between Borg and Ramadipa by the looks of things for that final podium place. Fernando Bujosa though putting in the ride of his life to date. A 1:58.690 though from Alex Longarella. He is not easing off the pressure here at all. Still 2 second advantage between them, but he was almost a second quicker last time around than Bujosa. So maybe the victory fight is not done yet. Longarella had 1 second in his back pocket over Bujosa on that last lap. He's got 3/10 in his pocket now over the race leader in Sector 1. Let's keep an eye on the timing screens, because Longarella, the number 45, is hunting the number 69 of Bujosa down. He has another 3/10 to spare coming through Sector 2. So the victory fight is far from over. The podium fight is far from over.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's absolutely incredible from Longarella. And then this battle here between Ramadipa and Travis Borg is absolutely incredible as well. I mean, now it means so much. A place on that podium. Borg's now in P4. Ramadipa's moved into P3. That battle is far from over.
Programs towards the Junior GP World Championship and the European Talent Cup. All eyes on this battle for the moment. Will Borg find a move coming through the SS section? Will he wait for the back straight to get the slipstream into turn 1? Well, the number 92 is swarming all over Ramadipa, the young Maltese rider. Has he got an opportunity here to fire it up the inside? He's going to get into the slipstream here of Ramadipa.
Yeah, it looks like that's what his technique is going to be. I mean, you've got to be so clever here. Little moment there almost for Ramadipa there, just ahead. Can Borg make this slipstream count? He's coming right behind. He's right on the back of that Honda machine.
Go, go, say the Level Up MTA team. Let's ride, ride, ride. With the battle for third position between Keandro Ramadipa and Travis Borg. Borg cannot make it stick, or cannot get close enough to get through. Ramadipa has a look over the left shoulder. Eyes in front, Kiandra, eyes in front. Don't worry about what's behind you. Keep your pace going, but here comes
the move.
Here it comes for third position. He's looking over. Why are you looking over the shoulder?
I mean, it's not the right thing to be doing there. I mean, that's inexperience at this level. Neither of these riders really has done much in the ETC, of course. I mean, just Borg, that one race last year, and now, oh, that's so frustrating for Ramadipa. Why did he look behind? But Borg's taken full advantage and now is creating a gap with the
maiden podium place in the offing for both of these riders. What a start to their campaign it would be.
I mean, it's either or at this point. It could go either way, both fantastic riders. And this is ETC at its very best. It's one of those races where you wish you had two screens and you could be watching what's happening at P1 and what's happening as well in this battle for second, because this is sensational here in Estoril.
The last lap of the opening European Talent Cup race of 2025 is underway. Fernando Bujosa is leading Alex Longarella. 1.5 seconds now between the duo. But the battle for third position is far from decided. Here we go, the number 92 and the number 32. It's
who's ahead there? Who's ahead there?
It's Ramadipa who has the advantage, but not for long. It's Travis Borg who fires it up the inside at turn one.
Oh, the Maltese Falcon, that's amazing.
Oh, brilliant stuff. It's absolute edge of your seat stuff here. Travis Borg started on the front row, dropped down into fifth position into a battle for sixth. A crash for Carlos Cano, who was riding in second. Opened up the podium battle, blew it wide open. Bujosa looks like he probably just has a little bit to spare over Longarella. His charge has come just a bit too late, but a brilliant ride nonetheless from Longarella. Let's see, they might match each other in sector 2. So, what about the battle for the podium? Travis Borg holds the advantage as we come around turn 6. And we're into the third sector. Through the reverse corkscrew we go then. Bujosa just has, what, 2 corners remaining? And he creates his own little bit of history. Bujosa then navigates the final left-hander with ease. Around Parabolica, Ayrton Senna we go. The iconic final corner of Estoril. And Fernando Bujosa just needs to navigate it, keep it clean, keep it tidy, and he will become a European Talent Cup winner. Not he will become, he is a European Talent Cup winner for the first time. Alex Longarella on the podium for the first time, and third place goes to Travis Borg. I think that's not over. Oh, Borg has gone wide.
What has happened there?
Disaster at the final corner for Travis Borg. Oh, but brilliant.
You can look behind now.
Is another man's treasure. Number 32, Kiandra Ramadipa, takes third place in the most dramatic of circumstances and the European Talent Cup race here in Estoril. Look what that means to Ramadipa. Brilliant, brilliant stuff, Connor. Drama, as always, to the final corner here in Estoril.
That was absolutely sensational from Ramadipa. I mean, he's capitalised on an error there from Travis Borg. I'd love to know exactly what happened there if we could see a replay. I mean, we won't at this point, I don't think. But it was just such a crucial moment. The last corner of the last lap. It's drama from start to finish in the ETC, and we've seen it once again here to get things underway in Estoril in